Hello everyone, I'm Duke James. This is Fez 3.0. In the last war in China, in Lingnan, in that little area over here. Where is it? We looted all of Lingnan. We got 35,481 ducats. So that's a lot of ducats for that small area. China, Zhao's got even more. Alright, so I went ahead and selected all of these spice producing provinces over here, and to build irrigation rank 4 would cost 20,535. So what I'm going to do is build irrigation in those provinces to rank 3. So if they're not rank 3, some of these are already rank 3, like this Heartland right here is pretty much all rank 3 already, but some of the other ones like in the Philippines and out here are not rank 3. So I'm going to go ahead and build those. Add an extra unit. And then go ahead and fund infrastructure. Irrigation 25%. And then for this area here, that's pretty much all rank 3. This island in particular is a spice powerhouse because there's a lot of farmlands here. So I'm going to build those up to rank 4. Or I'm going to see how much it costs to build them up to rank 4 first. 8,500 ducats. I think it's worthwhile to do that though, so I'm going to go ahead and spend that money. It's 1/3 of our cash pile, and build those provinces up to that, and then I'm going to fund irrigation to 50% in those provinces because they're more important than the other ones. And let's go ahead and look at a map mode for farm. That's not it. Potential farmland. Alright, so it looks like most of the provinces over here that produce spice, at least in this area, are actually pretty good in terms of size, max size. Like this province, Bone, however you pronounce it, I assume it's not pronounced Bone. That is farmland 253 out of 253. It produces 351 ducats worth of produce. The spice industry in this province, the income is 430 ducats and the spending is 20 ducats. The nobles dominate this province though. I think that's the same for most provinces that weren't colonized. Yeah, so if the province wasn't colonized, then the nobles dominate it, but this province was colonized, so the peasants actually dominate this province. 90% of the farmland in this province is owned by the peasants. Also, I think a couple provinces are skewing this because this province is not... It looks like it's near max, but it's actually not. It's not really close. It's 80 less. I'm going to throw money in some of these. That one. Those. That one and that one. Then I'm just going to put 10 in everything else. Even if they're max, it's only 10 ducats, so... Max out that farmland. How are these provinces doing? Because these provinces have massive farmlands, but they don't have a lot of peasants to work them. Alright, this province has about 40,000 peasants now, growing at a natural rate of 166, and there's 600 people migrating to it. I assume Yeah, it's very unprofitable. Really unprofitable. They produce 11 wheat out of max 70. So these provinces are going to need a long time to get people into them. This province is about the same. Yeah, so we should get more spice now from that irrigation. Let's go ahead and conduct a census to check that out. Actually, let's do population first. 28,214 tenants, natural change 74,000, nomads almost 1 million. There's 2.5 million fighting age men in our country. 7.1 million residents, dying at 13,000 a year because the amenity stuff has been built. In Fez and Tlemcen, they're taking forever, even with 10 parallelism. Fez is now at 35. Tlemcen is at 18, so Tlemcen's moving a little bit faster than Fez. Fez is just taking its sweet time, killing all those poor people. Well, residents aren't very poor, but... And the burghers and clergy. There's a lot of burghers. I think burghers and clergy at one point were the same. I imagine clergy are probably... Well, they're not decreasing, they're increasing a little bit. Burghers are increasing at almost double the rate of clergy because the burghers are very rich. They're getting rich off of us. There's 226 million people living in our country. I'll skip wealth because it doesn't... It's just wealth. Food! The deficit, food deficit increased to 800. I think at one point that was 400. Salt's good. I mean, that food deficit really isn't doing anything because my people are still growing at 74,000, so it's whatever at this point. I'm building more irrigation. It's mostly spices, but still. Fiber, pretty bad. Fuel, okay, so fuel closed. Raw material didn't close. I did those investments over here, 100 ducats, so that helped with fuel. Not so much with raw material. Exotic goods, we almost produce more exotic goods, hopefully with those irrigation infrastructures being built, that production increases, or it outstrips demand. Consumer is good, military is not good. Naval's good, industrial's good, luxury is good. And then knowledge is good. So I'm not sure what this class labor did, because I don't think it really increased production all that much. But I got it anyway. Okay, this might seem like a shock, but someone mentioned France being really weak, being unable to muster more than 20,000 troops. So I went ahead and I just jumped into France. This is why. So France has, I think I counted these, I think it was 27 noble privileges. Their nobles have 27 privileges. Their nobles have power of 78%. So their nobles is what's killing them, and then they also have corruption of 40.2. And they're missing global trade and academia, so their institution tech penalty is 66%. Their admin tech is 28, their dip tech is 32, and their mill tech is 30. And they have no mill points. They're also over their relations by 1. They're annexing Scotland, which is interesting. Didn't even know I didn't know they were doing that. So yeah, that's why France is weak. Corruption coupled with a really strong noble estate. Alright, getting back to us. Just to compare that, our nobility is 51%, so 27% weaker. we're only missing one institution, the newest institution. But I believe we should get that soon, hopefully. Yeah, it'll be present in our capital in 66, so that should be not that long. It's traveling to Paris too, so it'll be there in 69, so they should get that too, but they don't have global trade, and it's not even spreading in France. It's really not even spreading in Europe at all. It's spreading in the Middle East and India. But pretty much every other thing is in Europe. Scientific methods is not in China, which is good. And academia is not traveling to China either, so hopefully China can fall behind in Miltech. Our nobles have... Yeah, all of these in France were 2. Seigneurial courts was 2, I believe, as well, so right off the bat they have 5 more privileges, court titles. Our noble dues and noble service is a lot more, but that's just cash and manpower, which I don't really need from the nobles, so I left them with that. So adding these up, that's 3, 6, 7, 8. That's 18. So they have 9 more privileges. And these 10 privileges, these 2 make up 10 privileges, and they're pretty much nothing really to me, because I don't need the manpower. I get the manpower from the peasants, and I get money from the property. So yeah, their nobles estate is very powerful, and that's why they muster 27,000 troops, and they have 14,000 manpower. And I believe the same was for the most part in the Hungary campaign as well. I remember thinking France was pretty weak in that. And then of course our corruption is 28 and theirs is 40, so their corruption is 12 more than ours. Now 40 probably sounds like it's horrible, but the corruption effects have been halved, so 28 corruption is 14, 40 corruption is 20 in the old, and 2.5. So it's not as bad as it looks initially. And that's because they added... You get corruption from your advisors, so every level of advisor gives you 0.05 corruption, and then you get corruption from overextension, and then there's a bunch of noble privileges that add corruption as well. I should probably get rid of that familial appointments, because that adds 0.5 corruption. I think that was that last one. Withdraw family from administration. That gives a little bit of yearly legitimacy and prestige. That costs 40 noble loyalty and negative 35 relations. I can't do any reforms, so I was planning on just weakening the nobles, but I might actually do that to get rid of that corruption. And I imagine if I looked at France's provinces, most of them would have high provincial corruption as well. Somewhat. Alright, well, speaking of France, their problems are only going to get worse. Also, I built a capital in this province, Maputo, so nobles will gradually be weakened if you decrease autonomy. I don't think there's any nobles in this province, actually. Oh no, there's actually 43, they have 43% power. So one way to weaken the nobles is to decrease autonomy. This is our autonomy map mode. So autonomy around this area is decreasing a little bit. Autonomy over here is decreasing as well. Autonomy along the coastline is good. I think if I get up here and around the coastline, that should decrease this area. Let's go ahead and build a capital up here. That's a decent province, I'd say, to build a capital. And it's actually the best province to build a capital up there right now because it's the only province we have up there. I don't know why this is saying amount of units 22,766 for... It's building a rank 2 capital would cost 774 ducats. Am I still selecting? Let's just clear selection. Make sure I'm not selecting any other provinces. Yeah, okay, build capital rank 2. That cleared that. I'm not sure why that showed up. Might as well build it to rank 2, add an extra unit. It's only 774 ducats. So that should decrease the autonomy up there. I should annex Portugal soon. They're at 99.5, so I think that's one more month. Should annex Portugal. They never really colonized. There wasn't much for them to colonize anyway, so... Alright, yeah, fighting France. Who are they allied with? Commonwealth? They're actually allied with Commonwealth, which is pretty decent. Milan, Papal States. They allied a lot of people. Galicia. So I think I'll send one stack into France. Lyon has 20,000 troops, so they should be able to take out Galicia. Imperialism would be 75% aggressive expansion, 100% prestige, and 75% cost for all provinces. Holy War would be 50% aggressive expansion, 125% prestige, 50% cost for all provinces as well. I think I'm going to do a Holy War. And then probably take these 4 provinces and colonies. Send these guys over here to invade Milan. Actually, I'll probably invade Papal States, try to knock them out, and then move up. They've kind of hug-boxed themselves here. And allied a ton of people. Should tell them to siege. Alright, Portugal is annexed. So that removes Portugal. That's a ship name right there. Encerrado Cabo y Sao Pedro. Okay. Alright, I'm fighting these guys, so... There we go. Okay, that's because the fort was blocking me. I'm fighting 100... Close to 200,000 men, so I'm going to try to knock out... Actually, let's go over here, grab the Pope's capital, see if we can knock that out. Knock them out by taking their capital. Because taking their vassals' provinces really... shouldn't do much. This is kind of risky, splitting my forces. Hudson Bay is actually part of the Canada colonial region, so I'm going to send them to southern China. See if I can grab one of Zhao's provinces. At the very least, I can just sell it back to them. But I don't think I can hold whatever province I grab. Also, this stack has no leader. Alright, Leon deleted 5,000 troops for some reason. But these colonial areas should be taken care of. Alright, and the other thing is I'm going to fight Ajuran. Or should I fight Adal? Adal. They're allied with the Turkish Empire. Okay. Turkey. Turkey, don't ally them. Interestingly, these people showed up and took these colonized provinces. So you know what? I'm actually going to attack them. And this is already propagating religion. I'm gonna send these guys over here to knock out Galicia. Commonwealth is Tech 35, Milan is Tech 36. So pretty much everybody in Europe's on par with Tech except for France. Miltech, that is. France hired some Aragonese troops. There's some troops down there as well. Arborea? France allied Arborea. When I fight France, I'm really fighting all of Europe pretty much, apparently. Brazilian separatists, where are these guys? Oh, down here. Yeah, that's, for some reason they didn't, Bolivia doesn't want to take those provinces back. They're too good for those provinces, apparently. Alright, these guys are allied with Alwa. Alwa's actually done decent for themselves, but they're Tech 29. They have 29,000 troops. They're also East African technology groups, so I think we should be good. Oh, they're also allied with Adal, however you pronounce their name, so I could get them to break their alliance with the Turkish Empire to attack them. It's a lot of people in this area, though. Their capital's here. I'm gonna go straight for their capital. Alright, Milan's moved some troops there. There's a lot of troops moving into Iberia. There's some troops down there. Valencia was lost. Hey, Papal States. They might want to peace out. If I can find them. Nope. Alright, I probably just have to take Provenza. Hopefully. They just moved a massive army back into that province. But now, I took 2 of your provinces. Close. Maybe if I sit on this province. What about Galicia? No to Galicia. Alright, I'll take your capital then. I think the better play might have been to attack Galicia and then force France to break all of their alliances. But I should be able to get these guys out. Pretty much everyone except the Commonwealth, just because they're so far away. Papal States will leave. That removes the troops that are sieging Messina. Galicia should leave once I take their capital. Let's have these guys take out these troops. Let's support commerce, and then special commissions and unpopular relatives. So at the end of this war, I'll probably grant special commissions. That's 7.5 noble loyalty, and then disowning and unpopular relative is another 7.5, so that's 15. So I'll either revoke that family administration privilege or just weaken them. Let's see if sitting on... Actually, how much... Yeah, I might just take this province, actually. It's 2 development. I didn't call them in, but... 2 development shouldn't be that bad to take. So I'm going to need that province anyway, eventually. Alright, Galicia will not join. Interesting. Send these troops to fight them. Alright, take out these guys. Nope. I'll just have to wait then. Let's swing these troops around. Alright, stack wipe them. Do you want to peace out now? They're at 42%. I'm going to have them end their alliance with France, so I can fight them more easily the next time. And then however many ducats they want to give. Let's actually have these guys land here. There's a lot of rebels. Yeah, I'm going to lose these provinces. Whatever. Oh, and I'm also going to... Okay, yeah, these guys have been sitting here for a long time. And I think these were Portuguese ships right here. Let's split these guys. Half, take out those. The other half go over there. Alright, let's take out these troops. Take out those troops. They cannot resist. Resistance is futile. Alright, would Arborea peace out? Give me your province? No. Still no? Alright, I can wait. Oh, Alwa invaded from the south. Actually, most of them invaded from the south. Alright, would these guys peace out? End your alliance with Turkey. Perfect. And then just some ducats. That eliminates 20,000 troops to the south. Oyo is sieging over there. Okay, yeah. So having a lot of vassals helps, because they are sieging. So I was going to attack Igbo and use Oyo's troops to help me, but since they're attacking Alwa from the west, I won't do that right now. There's the Commonwealth, 4,000 infantry, 10,000 cav, and 14,000 cannon. Interesting army composition there. That is hills. And France occupies this province, so I don't want to attack into that. These troops are stuck here. That's highlands. Alright, these guys in North America need to cool off with the rebels. They need to stop having them. Okay, I can't actually move my troops there because of this fort, these two forts. But I own this province, so that'd be a nice province to fight in. Gotta wait till the Commonwealth leaves. Problem is, I'm gonna have to just take this fort. I'm gonna actually barrage it. Also, I'm gonna take the next dip tech, or mil tech. Some artillery fire and military tactics. Alright, I'll take this fight. And now the Commonwealth is, isolated. So we should be able to get rid of them. Not a whole lot of casualties, but they should retreat far. Hopefully. Expedition from England, -4 out of 10 chance. Commonwealth is nowhere near close to piecing out. It's really just the Commonwealth and Milan, because Arborea is occupied. Was this Portugal's troops? Oh, is that the troops that Portugal sent to China? They walked them... Did they walk them there and back? That's crazy. Also, I'm fighting in Ethiopia. I'm fighting Ethiopia. Oh, that's because Ethiopia is a junior partner of Alwa. Yeah, so Ethiopia actually, or Alwa did really good for themselves. Hopefully we can win this, because this is a show superiority war. Rwanda's just going to move their troops away. Don't ignore me. Don't act like we're not fighting here. Oh yeah, our air. I gotta get rid of my air. You guys are 225. Feels like a 522. I might roll with them. But I don't really need mill points. I need admin points, so... He goes. It's a lot of troops over here. Alright, we did win that. I do not want to lose Cairo. If I wasn't fighting in Europe, I would move 30,000 of those troops to secure this area. They wouldn't even white peace. Maybe we can get that province and then get them to white peace. Alright, they have 21,000 men, 26,000, 28,000. 17,000 men over here. Let's take out those men over there. A lot of men were fighting. Alright, I'm gonna look at a peace deal.